let that be a lesson to you. Do go exploding 1,000 likes. Yes, it's going to happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but something is definitely going to happen. I think that something that is going to happen is the fact that I'm going to have an interview with Chaos Bleak coming in about 10 minutes roughly, all being well. I should have at least 2 of them. We kind of did a check earlier, but only 2 of them managed to turn up. Anyway, in case you don't know, I'm Derek Anthony Williams, aka The Futurist. That person who's kind of at the front of Jandol and just saw me doing it just there, dressed in a similar manner to this. Isn't that terribly exciting? I'm not dressed up like this in 2 years, is it? Something like that anyway. It's when I did the anniversary show I did this kind of appearance. And anyway, you need more music, don't you? So let me think. Let me think. What music shall we have on next? We should probably get on and play some Chaos Bleak, obviously. But I've got to actually find it. But yeah, first of all, I think we should have something before Chaos Bleak, because we've got around Hello Midnight Vampire. We've got around 10 minutes nearly. Or something. I don't know. We'll get on with playing some Chaos Bleak, I think. Right. What? When the lights go out? Yeah. Let's try and have the original audio, but then I might try playing the. I might try playing the video of them doing it live with the original audio in the background. We'll see if that works. Let's try that. Hang on just one moment. See, this is why it was a good idea to say, well, let's do the Chaos Bleak, because now I get to do this thing. And now things are going a little bit wonky. Anyway, think this should work out now. Anyway, I'm not too sure how well this will work, but it's got to be good. Yes, I should be heading to Corp tomorrow. I won't be there very long because I've got things to do, unfortunately. But I will be there, yes, to see. That's the thing. I should play some Black No Cabaret in this as well. Right. Anyway, so let's have Chaos Bleak when the lights go out live at Derby, Victoria.
This is when the lights go out.
Excuse me, before best change your jokes then, really.
Hopefully this is going to work okay. So let's have some videos on, shall we? Come on, get it on. Let's see if those vocals are in sync.
Dreaming with a bunch of Thursday nights. The candle flickers at the open door. A cold chill takes the breath away. Brush the hair, prepare for more. She climbs into an empty bed. Sip of water and say her prayers. Takes a pill and shuts her eyes. Awaits and a circle speaks. Where to go when the lights go out? A place of safety and of warmth. The sleep of innocence can be deep. softboards that spills across the floor. The footsteps creak upon the lonely stairs. A cold hand at the bedroom door. Grieving widow urgings have gone through. The price of a promise made. The dead man with a look of horror lying down on the married bed. Where to go when the lights go out? A place of safety and of warmth. The sleep of innocence can be deep. To awake with the morning mist. Monsters crawling under the bed. Dreams of murder and of death. Or a fall from grace with God. Do we sleep? Do we sleep in the lion's mouth?
Okay, that's something like. It wasn't quite perfect, but hey, we got there. Right, let's see if I can get Chaos Bleak on again. It's going to be interesting, this. This is going to take some fiddling with. Because, you know, it's the way things go with this sort of thing. That, you know, you get things set up all nice early on and everything, but then when it comes to actually doing things, you know, things tend to go a bit wrong. Anyway, let's see if we can invite them along. And as I say earlier, we didn't have Justin, but we had the rest, so hopefully we'll have the rest this time. Let's see. Let's see if they even see the message. See if they see the message. And Val of the Priscillas is trying to send me a new video of them. It's a little difficult to communicate when, you know, you're kind of doing a video show kind of thing, and people are trying to communicate with you. So Trev is in the room, so that's good. That's good. Let's see if we can have Trev on screen. I'll get him on screen as soon as I can. Which one's he on?
I can see you. I can see you.
I can sort of see you, but the weirdest thing is the way this thing tends to work, basically. Oh, I know why it's sort of being a little bit iffy this time. It's entirely my fault this time, but anyway, we'll have you on screen shortly, all being well. And why is that there, though? I don't... that one. I don't need that. Right, okay.
I've no idea what you're talking about, Eric, but I'm sure
I'm mainly talking to myself, so... right, anyway, let's... I think we might sort of just about have Trev on screen if I can sort of adjust something very slightly here. This is all very technical, you know.
Are we live now, by the way?
Well, semi-live. You're not on screen for viewers yet, but you are for me. Because that's the exciting nature.
You know.
Oh, we've got our peers entering the room as well. Exciting stuff. And no one can actually see anything yet, but I've put Trev on screen for other people now. Right, so let's see if we can have a Piers on screen. We've got a Trev up there. And Piers. Let's see if we can get Piers on.
Where's Justin?
I think Justin's gone off to do something less boring instead, you know, sort of. He's a big fan of Why Don't You?
Who wasn't?
Don't you? Did you know that most of the Why Don't You sort of letters are all made up?
Wasn't that just the way for basically everything in the 80s?
Well, apparently the producers for Why Don't You, they said that when they actually sort of, the letters they got in, they got maybe 6,000 recipes how to make chocolate Krispies. And that was basically what they got sent. All these exciting catching lizards in Kent and all that kind of stuff never really happened. But basically what they did get was loads and loads of sort of how to make a Rice Krispie thing out of chocolate and whatever. So that's what most...
Right, anyway, we should probably sort of get on and chat about things to come, the shape of things to come and that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I've kind of got you both on screen, and I guess Justin just thinks I'm just not worthy of a big man like him. Yeah,
I think
not worthy of his
writing
time.
a recipe for Rice Krispie cakes.
He's busy writing a Rice Krispie recipe.
I think he probably is.
Right. Anyway,
Chaos
Chaos Bleak, you are no strangers to my company, at least.
Definitely not.
We
It's lovely
have
to see you.
we have
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
we have shamefully associated with each other far too many times, I think, causing trouble everywhere we go.
Shamelessly. Is that shamefully?
Anyway, so I think really we need to start on the fact that you've got a new album out. So tell us, Trevor will start off because he's the main man, obviously, despite Piers being the one who does all the.
We're all equal in this group, really.
You're all
But one
equal,
of
but
us got respiration cakes.
you're all equal,
we're all sort of
Trev's
like
the
sort
most.
of, you know, leftists, and we all believe in equality.
but
So-
really Trev's the one who's in charge, yeah.
Just bashfully, doesn't want to talk.
But
Anyway,
yes, obviously
what's your
Piers
question,
is the
Derek?
one doing all the performing. So we'll start off with
himself.
Trev because I've got him at sort of top of my screen, so it seems to somehow make sense to me. And so Trev, what's your feelings and what do you have to tell us about the new album, Agents of Chaos?
I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, crikey, I mean, it's. I mean, basically, what Justin says about Chaos Bleak is that with the first album, you know, A New Age of Darkness, we were kind of trying to find our sound, and I think, you know, we wrote some good songs and everything else, but I think that with Agents of Chaos, all of the actual sort of elements have just clicked together, and I think with the actual essence of what Chaos Bleak is has coalesced effectively with Agents of Chaos. I mean, one of the things that we did with Agents of Chaos, I mean, it's been recorded over a long period of time in this studio. You can't actually see the recording equipment behind here, but
But you have got some nice guitars behind you.
Yeah, you can see the guitars. All the computers are that way. But basically, we've been recording it and mixing it and mastering it over a long period of time, and in some respects, it's a bit frustrating, but also in other respects, it's actually helped us to coalesce our sound. And during the recording, we've always played in two tunings, or literally did. We played in E standard and D standard. And I think we made an executive decision as a band to play in D standard, which is a far heavier tuning. And I think that once we did that, everything just kind of clicked. So I think that with Agents of Chaos, it's the most authentic version of who we are and what we are musically and artistically. And so, obviously, you know, we refined our production techniques and recording techniques and how we record guitars and everything else, and vocals and everything else. And I think that really with Agents of Chaos, it's all kind of clicked together. So I think that really, I'm really pleased with it. But it's also because it's the most sort of, it's kind of found ourselves really. And I think that the album sort of exemplifies our sound. Piers, what do you think?
I think it's all right, yeah.
So how is it for you, Piers? I mean, obviously we've got Trev busy on guitar all the time. So so there's the album being promoted to us all there.
Shameless plug.
Yes, I mean
Shameless
obviously the cover image that I've got for this is basically the album cover anyway. So you know, it's all push the Chaos Bleak people. Anyway, so how is it for you as vocalist then? Have you found like over time with Chaos Bleak, you've found new ways? Has there been a new approach with the new album?
So I would say that to paraphrase what Justin had said, we were probably in search of our initial sound.
Yeah.
I would say
we've got Justin entering the room.
Oh, cool!
Hey.
Fresh from the Rice Krispies.
Right, let's see if I can get things organised in a suitable way. Hang on. This is going to be messy for people for a little bit. I've got sort of bits of Chaos Bleak all over the place on screen right now until I sort this out.
Shall we whistle some hold music?
We'll
Play a track.
yeah. Quickly play something else. I don't know.
I'll just reach for my guitar and I'll start playing.
No.
We'll figure this out in a minute.
Take that one.
Right, hang on. Right, whilst we're waiting, I'll introduce everybody. This is my 12-string guitar. Don't play it live, but we play it in the studio.
If only people saw what was going off here right now. It's
if only the audio wasn't turned down.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can't see you yet. But...
I can't. Yeah, I know. Hang on.
We can't see you, Clan Fandango.
Clem Fandango.
Yeah, you can hear me, but how do I get this?
Are your lights off?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I think he's just an agent of chaos myself.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. Right, I've at least now got sort of 2 of Chaos Bleak on the screen. We have to see if we get any more on yet.
There's a mysterious dark figure, which I think is Justin.
It's very apt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a minute.
I just hope you got your
I'm trying to work out how to get my.
Switch the camera on.
This is exciting live streaming, isn't it?
This is just like playing a live gig, isn't it?
It's always exciting trying these exciting, bizarre, silly ways of doing.
You've gone quiet, Derek.
Yeah, well, that's because I've had the microphone away from my face. Anyway, now people can see an exciting black rectangle for Justin, so that's something, I guess.
Yeah.
Exciting black rectangle.
And we have a Trev and a Piers top of the screen, but we currently still have no Justin, sadly.
Can you see just his name appear?
So his name, we may have video. Could we possibly have video soon? I don't know. No, it's complicated.
Are you wrapped in a towel, mate?
Come out the shower.
At least now I can sort of occasionally have a square with a rectangle with Justin in sometimes.
What? 1 second. I'll try and work it out.
See the bit that's got like a little film camera? Click that bit.
Fiddling this stuff out is not easy. Yeah, anyway. So I'll let Piers try and continue what he was saying about...
Hey, we got Justin.
Oh, there we go.
Hey!
Oh, we got a Justin.
Hey.
We've got a Justin on screen as well. Anyway, we'll come back to you in a moment, Justin. But hello and thanks for joining us. It's been quite an interesting journey to get there today. Anyway, so we were talking to Piers about his vocals and if they've sort of adjusted over time or anything. So let's find out what he's got to say about doing vocals.
Well, so sort of to paraphrase Justin, I think we initially were sort of in search of our sound and we found it with this album. Yeah. But I almost feel like a bit of a fraud because I don't think I'm doing anything different.
Right, you're fired then.
I'm still, yeah, I know, right? So obviously I bring even more wit, charm, and charisma than previously, and that's my contribution.
But I mean, ultimately, why fix what isn't broken in the first place when you'd already nailed it perfectly?
Exactly. So if you've got an ass that will not quit, you've got it.
Have you found any new things to sing about? Any new directions in that way you're going?
That's a bit hard to say because for me, I always think a song is open to interpretation by the listener. So I may say something particular, but it's how you might perceive it to be. So I don't want to give too much.
You don't want to reveal the true nature.
Yeah, I don't want to sort of give too much away about the lyrics because I believe that it's better to interpret art for yourself. Not that I'm saying my lyrics are artistic.
We are writing a song about Valiant Thor.
Exciting.
We are.
Anyway, we should get on to Justin, who's just joined us. So yes, hello again, Justin. And
hello again.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight for this somewhat chaotic evening. After all, it is chaos, Bleak. So what do you expect?
Definitely.
So how's it been for you over the 2 albums then? Have you found any new ways of doing things or anything on the new album, or anything else you've explored over time?
I don't think I'm doing anything different on this album. Really, I'm just doing my thing. When Trev sends something over, and then it's just
you just play more notes quicker.
Yeah, just add more notes in there. So
basically
put
it's the same, but a little bit more notes and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not selling this, are we? Really? We've actually found our sound. And it's like, well, I just had the same.
We can't describe it.
Same as before, and I'm saying, oh yeah, we found our sound now.
Yeah. So Justin, how's it been with sort of Trev's most recent tracks he's sent you? Then have you found yourself? Have you felt like they are a new sort of version of Chaos Bleak or anything? Have you found that it presents a new challenge or anything like that?
I mean, sometimes it could be a challenge to come up with a bass line. I mean, because I don't want to just do the root notes. I want to put my spin on it and create a melody in there to drop in and fit in. Just to.
What you did, Justin, you remember when we were going to cover Magnu by Hawkwind?
Yeah.
You deliberately didn't listen to the original.
No,
so
I didn't know.
You remember that? Because that was so... What we actually did is that I had this kind of... Because what actually happens is I get these ideas, they come from nowhere. And I just had this idea that we should cover Magnu by Hawkwind. And obviously I sort of put the backing track together. And Justin said to me, he says, right, I'm not listening to the original because I want to come up with something new. And you did the same thing with Requiem, but you already kind of heard Requiem, but you never actually heard Magnu before. And so what you did is obviously you did an original bass line over a cover. So it's kind of, when we do covers and stuff like that, they're not kind of like, like the original. I think probably the closest cover we do to the original is probably Walk Away, which is the played edge.
Yeah.
But a lot of the songs we do, the covers that we do are quite, Justin particularly says, I'm not going to listen to the original, I'm going to work out something new. Which I think is a really nice way to approach it.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a nice way to throw a new approach and bring something fresh to things. So, I mean, obviously you've been together a few years now, and have you found sort of with performing live together, I think I've noticed a greater evolution with Chaos Bleak over time. I mean, Pierce putting on a much better show, I think, these days than he used to do. I mean,
it's the hat, I think.
Yes, you think the hat is what?
It's the magic hat.
Yeah, the magic hat of Wonderman.
It's up there. You can see it there. And my hat.
But
there.
I mean, as I recall, in sort of the earlier days of Chaos Bleak, you weren't quite so animated, and you didn't sort of come out into the audience as much as you do these days. Was there a deliberate decision to do that, or did you just find yourself doing it? And can you remember when?
So I basically do it because I'm a massive fan of Children on Stun, and I really like it when Neil Ash walks out into the crowd. I just think it's the coolest thing to do. So if I'm honest with you, I'm just totally copying him.
Yeah, I mean, Children on Stun are absolutely brilliant, obviously. I mean, I've only seen them live once, actually, at Whitby, and it was absolute madness. It was absolutely wonderful.
I've seen those so many times, but
fantastic.
I did book them, of course, for my festival, which didn't happen because the venue blew up, in effect. It just, anyway, that's another story. We don't want
Hey, look, if a promoter needs a reason to pull a show.
I didn't need a reason to pull a show. I absolutely wanted to do that show. Everything was going well for it. I was selling tickets, and, I was really ramping up the promotion, and I don't know. Anyway, that's another story for another time. We're talking about Chaos Bleak here.
I have destroyed.
I think talking about us being more animated on stage. I think what it comes down to is that I think it's going back to us finding our identity as a band. And I think what when we first started the Chaos Bleak, we had an idea of what we wanted to do, which was effectively to synthesize 90s goth electronic, electro goth, with sort of stuff like Killing Joke and Play Dead and the more heavier stuff. But we hadn't quite worked out how we were going to do it. And also, you're not quite sure how you're going to transmit this kind of music. And I think with us is that when it comes down to it, we're actually quite good-natured blokes.
Yeah, I mean, I love your company,
and we have a laugh. And I think that sometimes you think, well, should that be how we are live?
Yeah.
Or should we try to kind of, go out of a way to I don't know, sort of express a certain idea. And I think really what actually happened is because we played all kinds of different gigs and we had to work to get the audience on side. And as we all know, it's harder for a band now to get attention than at any time ever. And you have to really work hard. We just found that actually who we were, we love playing live, and we love sort of play this kind of music, and we are kind of quite up-tempo, upbeat people. We're not dour and miserable, even though some of the topics that we may sing about, or Scott, sort of that Piers sings about. We are ourselves quite ebullient, and I think that comes across live. And I think it's all part of the whole process of finding out who we are. And just the first album, that was finding ourselves, and now we found ourselves. And I think live goes in hand in hand. I'm
interested, Justin, in like how you've come to be in the Chaos Bleak situation, and how it differs for you from what you've done previously, what you do for yourself, sort of thing, what you've created at home, and some of the things you've sent me, and say working with Maggie in The Black Clown. How is Chaos Bleak for you compared to those things? I mean, obviously you're having a great time, that's pretty obvious, but what's the feeling on it there?
Well, it's different. I mean, in the other stuff I do, I'm playing guitar, so I'm not playing bass. And I originally started on bass, and 13 Candles, I played bass all the way through that. And I wanted to do some bass again. And I was listening to a lot of Killing Joke and Play Dead at the time, which was quite... things were aligning. And I saw what Piers put up on Facebook. And I thought, yeah, why not? Let's, And I've always fancied doing something with Trev for years, but nothing ever happened. So like we've been off in our own.
Yeah, I mean, you
different
don't exactly
spaces,
live
sort of
that
doing our own
close
different
to
things.
each other, do you? No, I mean, there's a
Yeah, so it's been sort of a perfect coming together of us three, with and just everything just fell into place. Yeah, and it's just got stronger and stronger as it's gone on. So
when we're just becoming who we are live.
Yeah. And I like doing different things, a different style, because then I can. Because when I do my own things anyway, with the other bands I do, I put a mixture of stuff in there what I'm influenced with anyway.
Yeah.
So it was just nice to do some bass stuff and get back to what I'd started off originally.
So, if I now just move on to one final thing, what's each of yours favourite track on the album? Is it different for each of you, or do you all agree there's one track which is absolutely the most fun to do, or whatever?
It's an interesting one.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
so I have two.
So right, we'll allow it.
Okay, so Hang On Her Every Word, because it's about my wife.
No, you had to say that.
I can't say that. She's in the room. And Just the Kids for War, but only because it's an absolute belter of a song, and we play it live, and it is such a joy to play.
Yeah.
And so every time I hear it, I'm taking
like that one.
being on stage.
And Handley, I've got queued up to play next is none of those tracks.
Oh, my other favourite.
You can only have two. You've got two.
And Trev now.
Well, I haven't got one standout one. I mean, I like Just the Kids for War. I didn't like Big Black Boots. No, the fact
horror revelation.
You
heard it here.
No. The reason why is because we changed it live from E standard to D. So redoing the bass line was a real pain in the arse. But now it's clicked and playing it live. I love that track.
Yeah,
right.
It works really well live. I think it's actually speaks to the scene, and people pick up on it.
Oh, what's the other one? The one that we all voted on and Trev didn't like. We did the video for it now.
So Trev's wrong no matter what he
Dance
chooses.
with Disaster.
That's it. I think that's a good one. That's a dance floor banger.
What's really weird about that, Piers, is that when we had
queued up.
Derek, we need to explain something to you.
Choice favourite.
Rob, we need to explain something to you. About a year ago, we decided what we were going to do. We were going to drink an entire bottle of whiskey, and we were going to go around to our friend Stuart's house, because he's got quite a big house, and we were going to get all together with our wives and everything, and we were going to have a listening party of different songs, and we were going to vote on what was going to be the next single, right? And I got outvoted completely because I voted "Hang On Every Word," and everybody else voted for "Dance with Disaster."
Yeah.
And I was completely outvoted. And it's funny because Piers just said, "Oh, that's one of my favourite songs." You didn't bloody vote for it when you had the chance, did you? Sorry, Derek. I was drunk.
I actually played that before the interview, it turns out. So, that's...
I like it now. I didn't like it for quite a while because I wasn't quite happy with the mix. But I've mixed it a couple of different times. The single version is different to the album version. I mean, I've got it all right now.
Actually, I've got it queued up ready to play next. Sorry, I'll get it right in the end.
It's all right. It's okay. Justin, what's your favourite 2 songs then?
Big Black Boots. I really like that one now.
Long Black Coat.
Like the one Long Black Coat. That's the one. It's got black boots in it. That's all I remember. I never remember the titles half the time.
Anything with the word black in. So, right. Anyway, you are all coming to play Sheffield in a week's time.
In a week's time, we'll be on stage in a week's time.
You're going to get the wonderful opportunity to headline at the Hallamshire Hotel, former home of Sheffield Goth, on a Thursday night, and we're doing Goth on a Thursday night.
On a Thursday night.
It's amazing. It's all just a little bit of history repeating.
Who knew?
Yeah, I think it was 1994, possibly, when I last played there with 13 Candles.
It's all like
with Van Demian, I think it was.
Bloody hell!
It's all coming back together.
Yeah.
What a lineup!
I can't remember if I ever went there with Shoeboy, Suspiria. I can't remember if I was ever. Don't think I've ever been there.
Yeah, you can't remember having been there, or you don't remember being there.
Both.
Yeah.
I think I played there about 3 times. I think with Candles in the early days, because it was only on the doorstep. So
yeah,
right,
yeah, of course.
Anyway, I need to bring this interview to a close. We've been chatting for about 3 years now, and as fun as it's
that's
been,
fun to do our 3rd album.
Yeah,
I still told you my favourite 2 songs of the album yet.
I thought we'd already done that.
No, that's just Piers. That wasn't me.
All right. Well, what are your favourites? I thought you did it before Justin.
No, didn't.
All right then.
He likes Out of the Unknown.
I like
the intro and the outro.
Well, I've got my favourites. To be fair, they're all my favourites really. But I do think that Dress the Kids for War is a favourite, and it's just the way it flows, and obviously because we play it live. And I'm particularly partial to our cover version of Magnu. Because
I do like that.
One of my favourite ever songs. In fact, when I was doing my master's degree, I actually wrote, sort of gave a presentation on that song, the original Hawkwind song. So I think that we've actually done a really good version of it, and I'm really proud of it.
Well, there we go then. We have the definitive opinion at the end. So anyway, I've now got it on screen for people to see. Not that anyone will actually pay any attention to the stream anyway. But anyway, we also have got Midnight Vampire says that he loves Long Black Coat. So there you've got a fan in that one.
Thank you, Midnight Vampire.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm going to get off and play now the track Dance with Disaster. So thank you everyone for joining me. It's been tremendous
Absolute
fun.
pleasure, Derek.
It's always a pleasure to share your company.
Pleasure, mate.
So here's Dance with Disaster.
See you next week, Derek.
Yeah, see you next Thursday.
Mate.
Bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hopefully this blooming thing will work soon. Come on. Right, anyway, bye everyone.
Oh, take care, mate. See you next week.
Yeah. So anyway, it's I've got the video on of the track, but will the damn audio work? No. Oh, there we go. Turn the audio up and it works tremendously. At least I can sort that in post. that seems to be just about finished now, so I'll turn that off. Right, so that was Chaos Bleak Dance with Disaster. As you'll have seen crop up several times now, I'm going to put it up again, even though I'm sure everyone already knows. So we've got Chaos Bleak headlining in a week's time at the Hallamshire Hotel in Sheffield. We have Moonsleep doing her wonderful, wonderful thing. Though she's a bit ill at the minute, so hopefully she'll make it. Her wonderful sort of dark electro atmospherics and stuff, and it's just really, it's something unique, and that's exciting. And if indeed she does play, which I'm pretty sure she'll be fine, but has still got a week to go. She's going to be doing vocals for the first time, so that'll be exciting. So to do something else, which, you know, we've got Zoe coming up for the first time. We've got Zoe coming up for the first time to play with John Doyle Band. So here's what it's kind of going to look a bit like this when we do performance. This is Void, which I played last week when I chatted to her. So this is us doing Void at Dublin Castle. Actually live footage, but still overdubbed with the studio because the live audio was just sounding dreadful in the room. Anyway, here's Void live at Dublin Castle. So yeah, sort of anyway. Time for dreams. It's never easy. It's never easy getting videos on. There we go. I use a different keyboard now. So there you go, that was me and Zoe doing Void, which was originally recorded as an Izzy Voodoo and the People track, and now I've co-opted it into Jan Norvan material. I mean, I wrote the music, it's just got someone else's lyrics on it, so, you know. It's kind of like doing a cover song, but not in a way. It's just I really, really wanted to perform it live, and I so loved performing it live as well. Anyway, one more track, I think, and that should be Priscillas. And we'll have the Priscillas with The Dream, or is it? Yeah, The Dream, which I believe is a cover song. It's live in Bournemouth not long ago, about a month ago. So, right, anyway, let's see how this goes. I don't know what it sounds like yet, but anyway, the Priscillas are marvellous and wonderful, and they have a gig this weekend, so look out for them if you're in London area, because they're playing at Walthamstow Trade Hall, I think it is, something along those lines. Anyway, let's have Priscilla's The Dream.
It's all been delayed, so like by the time that's going to come out, right, another song. Get it out. So yeah, April 13th, we're playing with the Wooden Tops in London. So
Yeah, with the Wooden Tops.
This is called The Dream.
With The Dream, which I believe is a cover song. I can't remember who by. Let me find out some more information for you, as I have some around here. It's out tomorrow. It's let's see, yes, Walthamstow Trades Hall. Yes, it is on Saturday. They're doing a launch party for it. Let's see if we can find any more information about this. Oh, apparently it is kind of the song is in tribute to the late great Pete Shelley, possibly a Buzzcocks singer. Who knows? Well, no, we know he's a Buzzcocks singer, but possibly a Buzzcocks song is what I meant to say. Anyway, that's the song. There's the press release. Right. Okay. Let's have this. So, it was written by Jenny. About Pete Shelley, so it is their own track. I thought it was a cover. Sorry, I do apologise for any misinformation I've given. So yeah, written about Pete Shelley, celebration of their decades-long friendship and a lament to his death, recalling the startling dream she had predicting it. Aside from their relationship, Jenny is a huge fan of the Buzzcocks, and their influence can be heard in the nostalgic lyrics. Yes, and so forth. And so, following their recent single Angela about the global women's safety campaign, Ask for Angela, band were featured in the LA Times. So they're really, really going up in the child world. So they've been regularly played on Resonance FM and Independent FM in LA, Dublin City FM in Ireland, Love FM in Japan. Really, really likely to get in worldwide success with that one without doubt. So yeah, look out for that. So yeah, it's kind of it's got a cover designed by Malcolm Garrett, or dedication which piqued the interest of Malcolm Garrett, the graphic designer famous for giving the Buzzcocks their design, and along with Duran Duran, Simple Minds, and the members, and various aesthetics in the 70s and 80s, very collectible sleeves. So yes, that is also jolly good and interesting. Anyway, I think one more thing, and then I can finish for the evening. We'll have a bit of Joel, as it's his gig on Saturday. He's the one headlining everything. So to play us out, we'll have Byronic, Sex and Exile live at Whitby Brewery. As I recall, it wasn't necessarily the best of gigs. It was a bit sort of rough and ready, sort of. I think they were having a few equipment issues with the venue that night, so you may get occasional little bits of feedback and that sort of thing, but it gives you some flavour of Byronic, Sex and Exile live, and it's what to look forward to on Saturday at Channing Hall. I'll just pop that image up for a moment so you can see it, just in case you hadn't. And if you want the gig, there, tinyurl.com/ChanningGoth. So Channing Hall as in, that's Channing as in Channing Hall Goth. And tinyurl.com will get you there. It's a nice, easy URL to remember. If you want the Sheffield one, you want Hallam Goth. So yeah, simple things to remember here. Anyway, let's get on and play some music from Byronic, Sex and Exile. Alright, let's see about that. So live at Whitby Brewery, 20.
From the latest album, mini album, it's from the Henry of an RIP. Beckett.
didn't intend to put me back on screen. I meant to just have a blank image, what was the cover image. But anyway, it's me again. Hello, goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Midnight Vampire and Margaret Dudwig, my good companions for twitching. Yes, anyway. Yes, until next time, this has been your Neo Futurist TV production or something. Don't forget about coming to those gigs. Right, anyway, bye.